Okay, hey y'all. I know y'all can tell by the title, y'all like, okay, what? Okay, what now? Like, what happened? I'm about to give y'all the whole rundown in specs about what exactly happened with this crazy story because, like I said, I know the title look crazy. I know. I wouldn't know it's a thing if I was reading the title either. Specs and everything on this here will be down below. So anyways, let's just get into the story time. Now, I have to tell you the whole story so you can really understand exactly what's going on, how this transpired, how it happened, like from the Rudy to the Tootie, okay? Rudy to the Tootie, so you can know, what's up, what's the deal. All right, no judging. Don't judge me, okay? All judgments will be blocked because I don't need that. I'm sharing with you all my personal experiences. I don't need your opinions. I don't need you to mama me. I don't need all that. I've already been through that, and plus my mama watched my videos, so I don't need to hear from you. So let's get straight into it. Now, by the title, yes, I was dating this guy. He was older. I was barely 18, okay? Barely 18, and we started talking. Now, I am gonna call it a stepchild or stepchildren because even though we were not married, we were just in a relationship. But I'm gonna say that because even when someone starts dating someone with kids, I feel like you automatically kind of become the step parent, okay? Even if y'all aren't married, all right, I think you automatically step in, and people are going to acknowledge you as that. Even if y'all aren't married, this little piece is gonna kill me. Even if y'all are not married, people are going to acknowledge you that way. They are going to acknowledge you as like the step parent and things like that. So that's why I said the title says step parent or whatever the title gonna say. So anyways, guys, yeah. How do I start out? I'm sorry. I'm trying to start from the very beginning so y'all can understand the story. Okay. I was working at Taco Bell. All right. So I have been working at Taco Bell for a while. I had a little mishap with one of the managers. That'll be another story time. I ended up getting fired / quit. Okay. Anyway, I resulted in not working there no more. So at the time, I was still staying with my parents. So I wasn't hurting for no money. I just wanted money because I just wanted my own money. I wanted to buy my own stuff. I got tired of like asking my parents for money, and then I had got me a little car. Y'all had like a little Honda, and I was like, I'm tired of asking for money, and they nagged me and stuff. So I just want my job, and then plus my parents were strict, so I kind of used working as a way of getting out of the house because I grew up as an only child. So I used working as like getting out the house. So I was working like 2 jobs in school and when I got out of school because I was that adamant about getting out of the house. Like I said, that's another story time. So I had this friend. She was my best friend. Her name was, I'm going to call her Nini. Okay. I had this best friend. Her name was Nini. And she worked at a sports bar. Okay. So I did her hair one time. And me and Nini had been cool ever since like elementary school days. So I had known her, but we had lost touch for many years, probably like 3-4 years, probably even long. I think it had been longer than that, probably over 5 years. We had lost touch. Like we just didn't have any touch with each other through middle school and high school. So we would just, and when she reached out to me to do her hair, it was just kind of different. I was just like, okay, I'll do your hair. And we just got to laughing and talking and kicking and just, just having a good old time, catching up on old times and stuff. And it was just the best time ever. So she's like, look, I just got this job over here, such and such, and they're hiring. We're always hiring for service. I was like, I don't know if I want to do something like that. I don't know about making tips. I was hourly. And she's just like, no, it's good. Whatever, you're going to make the money. It gets real busy. When they show fights and when like games are on, it gets real busy. You gonna make that money and I said this. I'm like, okay, I can try it. Why not? So she was just hyping it up, talking about how good it was. So I went and she was like, come up here one day and let's talk to one of the managers or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So we go up there to talk to one of the managers, and he was like an older guy. I'm gonna say his name was G. So G was like, I'm probably gonna forget these names. So he was an older guy, but he was one of the managers there. Okay, so I met with him, and he was like the daddy figure or whatever. That's how he kind of like a grandpa, when I first met him. He was like, oh, hey, and yeah, and blah, blah, blah. So I talked to him, and I was hired on the spot and stuff like that. He liked my personality. He just liked me. I was hired on the spot. So I go through the hiring process and stuff. So I come through training, okay? Because the hiring process is like where you're taking little tests and all kinds of stuff like that. So it comes to my first day. I come to training. I'm super nervous because I've never had a serving job before. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how to serve. I don't know what to do. You know, I'm used to being on like a headset, like, hi, welcome to Taco Bell. Hi, how are you? Hi, what can I get you today? Number 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to this other kind of stuff. So it was a new environment for me. And I know y'all just tell the dang story, but I have to lead up into the story. So I get there or whatever. So it's my first day. And I'm with my friend, and it was another girl there that my friend was already friends with. And I say her name was Kiki. So we all just became friends. So it was like the 3 of us in a little pack. Well, it was 4 because it was another girl got added too, okay? So it was all of us, and we hung together because we knew each other. And I mean, we hung together because my other friend, she was friends with them, and I'm friends with her. So we all kind of became like a little pack. So anyways, I go to the back or whatever, and you meet all the guys in the back of the kitchen, because in the front of the house, you know, you have the bubblies, you know, people. But when you go to the back of the house, those are like the hardcore criminals, okay? Them the thugs that show slugs in the club when they mug, okay? Okay? Them the ones slugged up, got tattoos all on their face. They did hard time. It's the only job they got. They scared. They got 5, 6 felonies. You know what I'm saying? They be slanging dope. You know, them is the ones that be in the kitchen. Okay? So, you know, those are the type of people that I seen back there, whatever. I'm shy. I'm timid. You know, I'm young. I'm just like, oh, hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Erin. You know, and they just like, oh, what's up? Oh, it's fresh meat. That's fresh meat. And I say this. And the guys in the back of the kitchen, some of them were older. It was just ranging different age ranges. So I got there. I worked for a while. Now, it was one particular guy that was in the back, and he was very, very, very annoying and very obnoxious. Okay? Oh, my gosh. Like, I told him, I'm like, who is he? Because I don't like him. Like, I didn't like him. I just felt like he was too over the top. He was doing too much. He used to always pick with the service. He used to give all the service a hard time. And I just used to be like, oh, I hate him. Like, I would come back there, he would just talk crazy to everybody. And he was just an a-hole. I'm sorry, I keep looking down at my phone because I was trying to upload a video. But anyway, he was just an a-hole, y'all. I used to hate when he was there. So, but the other guys in the kitchen, like, they were so cool. And so my friend was like, yeah, I talked to this other dude or whatever that's back there. I'm going to call him KK. I talked to the other dude that's back there. His name is KK. Like, he's really cool. So KK and the other guy that was so obnoxious, they looked like brothers, almost like twins. They was both yellow bone, and they both had some good hair, okay? So they looked like twins. It was just that they were like grease and water, because KK, he was not loud and obnoxious. He was real laid back, because he used to come to work high as a kite. Nigga used to be so high, his eyes was closed, like, just like, hey, man, it was good, cuz. Like, he was high. Okay, and this particular job or whatever, you got to do at this sports bar, you got to do whatever you wanted to do. If you needed to smoke, like, I ain't talking about like a regular cigarette, you needed to smoke a joint or whatever the case may be. Look at me, smoke a joint. You need to hit that weed. You go like outside by the trash can area, you go smoke some weed. If you wanted to have sex, you go over there by the trash can area, you go have sex. You did everything at this job. Let me tell you, this job exposed me to a lot of things that probably it should have never exposed me to. Okay, the job was cool, laid back. The managers smoked, the managers drank. The whole environment was crazy. Okay, they were selling dope in the kitchen. It was crazy, man. Like, they drank in the kitchen. Like, the bartender would bring drinks to the cooks, and whatever kind of drink they wanted, Hennessy, Crown, Coke, whatever you want. That was back there getting lit, drinking what's that stuff? Lean in the kitchen, giving it to the server. I mean, it was lit. It was crazy. This job was insane. Okay, but anyway, the two KK and the other guy that was obnoxious, they kind of looked alike. I thought they was brothers when I first started, but they weren't brothers. But anywho, after being there for a while, I had noticed that the guy that was really annoying, he had sent me like a request on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff. So I'm like, why the heck is this crazy this guy sending me a request on there? Like, I'm not interested. He's disgusting. That's what I thought about him. So as I had been there for a while, I had gotten I had gotten attracted to one of the managers that was there. Okay, he was fine, he was funny, he was just like real cool. Okay, so I had got attracted to him. So I'm just like, okay, and we gonna call him Chan, like Chan. So I had got attracted to Chan. So I'm like, oh, he's so fine. So me and Chan had kind of got, you know, we would like googly eyeing over each other and stuff until that went left. That'll be another story time. So me and Chan was talking. So we got close. So after me and Chan had been talking for a while, I would notice that the crazy guy in the kitchen, it would go weeks and sometimes months and I wouldn't even see him. So, you know, I didn't really think nothing of it. I'm just like, oh, okay, maybe he has another job. You know, I didn't think nothing of it. My focus was on Chan. My focus was not on him. You know, I was so into Chan, I wouldn't even worry about it. But I had to be very cautious because I was hearing certain stuff about Chan and how he was married and then how he was divorced. And I was hearing certain stuff. So I don't like drama. I was just kind of like keeping my distance. And So the crazy guy had came back and me and him kind of started like talking or whatever, and we started to kind of get cool. Like it went from like, oh, you're obnoxious or whatever, and I got to know like the real him, and we started to get really cool. So I'm just like, okay, this guy is cool. You know, I see that obnoxious part when we're at work, but when we saw we exchanged numbers, he was like really coming on to me, like, you know, oh, you cute, you know, really talking that talk, you know, pillow talking. That's what I call it. Talking outside your neck. Oh, you cute. This, that. So it was really cool. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm kind of feeling him, you know, but it was hard because I'm still like feeling Chan too a little bit. But Chan started to act a little, he started doing crazy stuff. Started acting a little crazy, kind of standoffish. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm feeling him. The other guy that's kind of like crazy obnoxious, I'm like, I'm kind of feeling him. So we would talk on the phone all night. We would text and everything. So as we got closer, Chan started to feel some type of way about us getting closer, okay? So just so happened, the crazy guy that I started feeling ended up going to jail. When I got to know him, it ended up that he has like 4 felonies and all this. He got a lot of stuff going on. He ended up going to jail for like a whole lot of months, which allowed me and Chan to get close again or whatever. So we got close. I thought that he wasn't coming back. You know, I didn't know what was going on. He had just told me, look, I got to go away for a little while. You know, the whole spiel. I wasn't really tripping on it because I didn't really like him like that. I mean, I kind of was getting a little googly eyed over him, but I was just like, oh, okay, you going away, cool. You know, whatever. I'll see you when you get out. He happens to be gone for like a month and a half. Me and Chan had got like this. So make a long story short about that part, about how me and him met. That's my whole point of telling the story. Make a long story short about that part. Yeah, he ends up coming back. The crazy guy ends up coming back. Me and Chan lost contact with each other altogether. We were still working together, but we just kind of cut it off, and I started dating the guy. Now, this is where the story time gets in there. Y'all just had to see like how I met him, because I know y'all was going to be asking, how did you even run into him? How did you even meet him? Okay, so let me get into us talking. Okay? I know y'all like, good, come on. But look, let me get into us talking. It's a process to this. Okay, it's levels to this shit. We started talking. We started to get a little closer. You know, he was asking me, did I have kids? I was like, no. So he expressed to me that he did have kids. Now, he had a 9-year-old. At the time, she was 9. Okay? No, she was 8. He had a 8-year-old at the time. And he also had she was 16, about to be 17-year-old. Okay? Me and her were very, very close in age, being that I was barely 18. We were y'all know how close that is. Do the math. She was finna be 17. I was 18. Okay, so y'all probably like, oh my God, how old was he? So do the math. This is the thing though. That was not his biological daughter. All right, before y'all think like, oh Lord, she would pop. No, that was not his biological daughter. The thing about it is, it was one of those type of situations which you see it a lot now in 2018, where it's just like the little girl never knew her father, you know, and he wasn't ever there for her. So he had always taken care of her or whatever. He always played stepdad with her, you know, but she didn't know that was her stepdad since he had taken care of her since birth. So she only knew him as dad, okay? And he had told me when he met me or whatever, he was like, and I'm not going to tell her any different. She thinks that I'm her dad. I'm her dad, okay? I'm not going to tell her I'm her stepdad or she got another dad or her daddy didn't want her, whatever case may be. I'm not telling my baby that's my baby, you know. She didn't look like him or the other ones, but you know, it's okay. It was okay. So anyway, and then plus she had a little mental issue, a little bit. She was kind of I can't think of the word, a little disabled, little issue. But anyway, yeah. So she was cool. She was, you know, she was really cool and stuff. And the only one, and I didn't have no problem out of her. The only one I had a problem out of was his 8-year-old. This little, I don't want to call her a bad word, but she was trying it with me. Now, we would go out and we would do things, tuck cheese, we would go out, eat out with them, the kids and stuff like that. I was young. So with me being young, me and him would get all the looks. We got judged a whole lot. You know, it was it's just the typical thing about society or whatever. Most people are like, oh, he's like, you're old enough to be your dad. Da, da, da. Trust me, I went through all of it, and y'all probably thinking the same thing. Oh, he was old enough to be your dad. Yeah, he was well over 33. He was over 33. That's all I'm saying. So now people like, oh, he's old enough to be your dad. So I got judged. My whole thing on there was I wasn't paying no attention to it. I know I was young, but you have to let somebody make the mistakes. You can't keep telling somebody what to do and what not to do. And I didn't want nobody telling me what to do and how to live my life. If I am making a mistake, let me make it. Don't keep hounding me. Don't keep telling me I'm young. You know, let me do what I want to do. If you feel like I'm making a mistake, okay. Everybody's not perfect. I'm not fixing to be sweeping around somebody else's door and my door got trash in it, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that whole judging thing. I hate when people do that. Nobody is holier than thou. Nobody is perfect. So stop that. Anyway, sorry. I'm finna get on my soapbox. Y'all know how I do. So anyway, we would go out with them. So the little girl, she started to not like me. His biological daughter. Okay, now the one that was almost 17, that's not his biological daughter. But his biological daughter, that was 8. She started to not like me. I don't know why this little girl all of a sudden just came up with this hate for me. I don't know how that went. I don't know, because me and her had such a close relationship, but it just went to a point where, like, she didn't want me to talk to her dad. Like, when we would all be together and I would try to hold his hand or hug him or something, she's like, my daddy, my dad, get away from my dad, this is my daddy. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Or whatever. And like I said, me and the girl had such a close relationship. Like, she would hug me, she would call me and everything. Like, we were so close. I was close with both of them. Now, they were of age, so it got to a point where they were asking, you know, how old I am and stuff like that. But we always didn't answer the question. Like, if we were eating and they would ask how old I was, it would just be like, oh, so what are you eating? Or what did y'all watch on TV? You know, and I felt like there was somewhat of, like, his other baby mama probably putting it into the kids' heads too, because I didn't see them just asking that flat out. But I don't know, I digress on that whole situation. So yeah, the little girl just kept getting more and more disrespectful. When we would go eat and I was around, she would bring up his ex's names. Like, she would say stuff like, oh, that, like, he was with this one lady for many years, and y'all know I'm talking about hands. He was with this one lady for many years, was in love with the lady and everything like that. From my understanding, I don't know, they ended up losing touch. She moved to Detroit or something like that, but he was really, really in love with her. That was his love. Like, he would even express that to me, how in love with her he was and stuff. So, you know, and which is fine, whatever. But, because we both talked about past relationships and things like that. So, one day, we were eating out and the little girl said, Daddy, can I use your phone to call Janae? I'm going to say her name was Janae. Daddy, can I use your phone to call Janae? And I felt like that was very, very, very disrespectful. And it struck a nerve with me. And it hurt my feelings too. It made me upset and it hurt my feelings too, because I know that she was doing it out of spite. I hadn't done anything to the little girl but be nice to her and stuff. And she had done that just to make me upset, I guess. So I'm looking like, for one, if she's asking for your phone to call her, this must be something that happens regularly, Okay, so you must talk to her still on a daily basis after you done told me that you don't talk to her. So something must be going on. She must be calling her. They must be keeping in contact with each other, because nobody's just gonna be like, can I use your phone to call such and such if that hasn't been going on. Okay, at this point we haven't seen each other for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. So it's like, what's the deal? We've had a few run-ins about her in the past, so I'm trying to see like what's really up, what's good. So that's struggling over me too. So I couldn't really do nothing but just kind of be quiet. I just gave her that mama look like I was slapped, got you. That's like how I looked at her, because I was upset by it. But what really made me mad too is that he did not check her. He didn't say nothing to her. I know that's your child, your children come first, but that was very disrespectful. You need to let your children know that they do not disrespect grown people. I don't care how old I was or whatever. I'm still grown. I'm still older than her. That was very wrong of her to say. Any other time, kids get slapped in their mouth for that. You don't do that. So I was upset, and he didn't check her. I'm looking at him like, and he never said anything. You know, because when it came to his daughter, well, that one, she could never do no wrong. So he would continuously let her disrespect me and everything like that. And see, I didn't like that, and we would argue about that. And it's just like, and like when she would disrespect me on other different levels, oh, it's Erin, you doing too much, it ain't that serious, and she just playing. No, nobody plays like that. And you play with other people, you don't play with me. I don't play all the time. I'm not a game. They got all kind of consoles out here, PlayStation, Xbox, games, cubes, all that kind of shit. But she want to play with me. Why? Play with other people. Go play with your mama. Don't play with me. Okay? You need to sit her down and let her know it's a time and a place for everything. And you just don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It was times that she would even say things like, oh, daddy, I like Janae better than I like Erin. And I'm sitting right there. And it's like, if I cuss your child out, which would be disrespectful, but she's disrespecting me too. If I cuss your child out, if I say something to your child, if I discipline your child, your baby mama ain't gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. But I'm in a weird situation because you need to handle that. I shouldn't have to even result in, you know, me having to say something to your child. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even have a second doubt. It's like, oh, let me say something. Or I want to say something. Or I shouldn't even have my back up against the wall, because that's how I feel. My back is up against the wall, because it's like, what do I do? What do I say? Do I defend myself? Do I tell this little girl out? Do I tell her to hush her mouth? Or do I tell her not to speak like that? But it's like when I was talking to him, he just didn't care. I'm like, no, I'm not going to sit here while your child's disrespecting me, because the other one, she didn't do that. She didn't disrespect me. She was very cool. She was very sweet. She was very humble. I loved her. Okay, but this other one, she didn't even speak when I came around. And when you grow up, you learn to speak. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what kind of attitude you got. You walk into a room of people, you speak. Okay, hello, how you doing? Hey, y'all. If someone speaks to you, you speak back to them. It's common damn courtesy. I don't care about none of that or whatever. But see, her daddy, like I told him, you gonna let her get away with murder. Murder. And that's probably a little dramatic, but I'm telling you, it started with that little stuff. You start letting them do that, it builds up, it builds up, it builds up, it builds up, okay? As long as you let that shit slide, they gonna start ice skating all around. And then now they out of control. They run around here cussing out teachers, fighting teachers, cussing out everybody, going to jail and stuff. And it's like, where did I go wrong? It's because you didn't nip it in the bud. You have to nip that in the bud. You gotta whoop their ass. You gotta let them know, hey, that's not what you do. That's not what we gonna do. You whoop their ass, then you explain to them why you did it. Okay, you let them know this is what you did wrong. This is why I'm doing this. You don't do this. You don't do that. So that way they know that they don't want to get that ass toe up no more. So I'm not going to act up. I'm not going to do this, and I'm going to do this, that, and the third. Okay, it happened to me plenty of times. And now I know better. You know what I'm saying? But by you excusing it and letting her do what she want to do, like I told her, she's going to end up just like you. You're a 4-time drug felon. You got other stuff going on. You stuck in the system. And now she's gonna be like that. Okay, and he would get mad when I would say that, but come on now, you're upholding her in wrong. She get in trouble at school. You don't want to whoop her. Oh, I just can't whoop my baby. Oh, I just can't do it. All right, when she get in jail, they gonna whoop her for you. How about that? They're gonna tear that ass up when she get in jail. You don't have to. In the real world, they're gonna do it for you. Okay, so if you don't do it at home, be prepared to watch somebody else do it. When people don't raise their children right, and then they get out here in the real world and the cops start whooping on their ass and everybody else start whooping on their ass, don't feel no type of way because you didn't do it. So now they finna show you how to do it in front of you. So you can't get upset. I don't understand these people let their children do anything they want to do. Cuss them out, hit them, fight them, act a fool, do whatever. But then when authorities do it, somebody else some power do it, we hollering BLM, Black Lives Matter, which I'm saying it is some subjects where it's just a little too much. But in some situations I have seen the child has been completely, or whoever it is has been completely out of hand. Some of this stuff, they just did too much. They don't want to listen, they don't want to cooperate. Not in every situation before y'all start talking about some, you know, I'm a coon or something. Not in every situation. But I'm saying, it's some viral videos that I have seen and some articles that I have read where children have been the main cause of stuff, and it's because of their upbringing. You look at their mama, you look at what they come from and all this stuff like this, and you see how they act. Okay? You see how they act, and you just know where it been stemmed from. You have to discipline these children. You got to teach these children right. Because if you don't, somebody will. Life will. How about that? We ain't got to say somebody. Life is going to sit them right on their butt. Just like that. And you're not going to like it. Okay? So you have to do it while they're young. You have to show them how it's supposed to be done. Don't keep letting stuff slide because, you know, they too cute. I don't want to whoop them. Oh, no. No. Because life is going to whoop them. And they're going to whoop them worse than what you would do. Okay? So you just have to, you have to raise up a child. You have to teach them right from wrong. I know I'm sounding redundant, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You don't want somebody else to raise your child and you don't want life to do it, or you don't want to sell to do it, because the sale is definitely going to raise them. Okay? If you don't want that to happen, don't let stuff slide. And that was a big problem in that relationship because the little girl kept disrespecting me. To this day, she wouldn't say anything to me. And it's been years. Okay, years. Since me and her father has been in a relationship or, you know, really just had contact like that in that way. Now, the other one that is not his biological child, she, the one that was about to be 17 back in the day, she is the sweetest thing ever. I see her around. If I see her at the store or like at the fair, whatever the case may be, she still runs up, she hugs me and everything. She speaks to me. She's the sweetest person in the world, but I just could never understand why his other child wasn't like that and why she continued to disrespect me. But anyways, y'all, that's pretty much it about the whole subject. Let me know what y'all think about this story. You know, do y'all agree with me about raising your children, and if you don't do it, life will do it and other people will do it? You know, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about her bringing up exes' names? Have you ever had that happen to you before? Because I talked to some more women and they're just like, yeah, that happened to me before, but some women were like, oh, I did this to the child, I did that to the child, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just not about putting my hands on nobody's child and stuff like that, but it was very wrong and disrespectful. So just let me know what y'all would have done in this situation, or if you had been in this situation. You know, have you ever dated someone older? Have you ever dated someone that you worked with? You know, how did that turn out for you? Leave it down in the comments, and y'all know we can definitely discuss about it. And I'll see y'all in my next one.